At ito yung 67.3 billion deficiencies. Alam mo, I am not criticizing anybody, especially itong kuha. Pag ano ang kuha, magsabi lang siya deficiency ng mga ganong, hindi mo sabihin na deficiency na ninakaw mo yung pera. Deficiencies in really in producing the necessary documents to complete the story over. Imposible magnakaw ka ng 67.3. I don't know, but it would also run counter to public policy if you do not publish it. Just to inform the people of what is going on. You know, papers, bureaucracy takes very long, and sometimes the documents are deficient. So, you need to correct. Hindi naman kasi ito kuha eh. If kuha were the ones preparing the document, tapos we just implement, hindi madali. Nandiyan na lahat ng gusto nila. Huwag ka munang mag-audit hanggang hindi pa natapos ang trabaho ko. Yan lang naman sana hinihingi natin. Do not conduct an audit on our work na ongoing pa. Kasi dinadocument pa yan hanggang ngayon. Kung birahin mo ako ng exit conference tapos may deficiency ganun na i-publish mo, I said that statement of yours in that paper becomes the gospel truth.
The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. The 2-week ECQ has displaced around 400,000 workers. In an interview with Agenda, Labor Secretary Silvestre Bello said most of these people are local workers employed by businesses that had to shut down because of the lockdown.
2 weeks of ECQ, na-displaced about 300 to 400 of our workers. 400,000.
Nausan.
Biro mo yan, 2 weeks lang. So, ang laki problema yan.
Meanwhile, about 3,000 OFWs bound for Hong Kong are stranded due to problems in vaccination certificates. Bello said the government is now reviewing the requirements asked by the Special Administrative Region, and he added that they have asked Hong Kong to accept the certificate provided by the Bureau of Quarantine, but the request has not been answered yet.
Ang gusto kasi ng Hong Kong ay uniform. Like for example, yung passport number, yung visa number, hindi yan na-i-issue ng LGUs natin. That is why, as of now, sad to say, meron tayong mga na-stranded na mga OFWs for deployment.
The Health Department clarifies the newly detected Lambda variant of COVID-19 is not yet a variant of concern. Speaking to the chiefs, Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergeire said that it is only a variant of interest right now, and that while some studies say that the variant is resistant to vaccines, there's not enough data to support this yet. And she also said that they are working on finding out whether the variant will have a significant impact on the population. And Vergeire added that studies also show that the Lambda variant may be as transmissible as Delta, but maintains that currently available vaccines are still effective against all variants of concern.
Compared to Delta variant, Alpha and Beta, which had been classified to be of variants of concern already, patuloy pa rin pong pinag-aaralan kung magkakaroon ng significant impact ito sa population. Some of the literatures currently available would say that it is equivalent to the Delta variant ng transmissibility. Some of the literatures are saying it can develop this resistance against vaccines. But these are initial studies. Hindi pa ho yan na bibigyan ng sufficient evidence.
Meanwhile, Philippine Council for Health Research and Development Executive Director Jaime Montoya said herd immunity cannot be achieved in a locality if people in neighboring areas are not vaccinated. He said nobody is safe until everybody has received their vaccine.
No one is safe until everyone is safe, and a place or a country or locality is only as safe as the least protected area in the world.
The Philippine military dropped rockets on a suspected training camp in a remote village in Eastern Samar. The AFP says this could be their biggest encounter this year. Mobile journalist Stanley Gahete gives us the front seat to the story.
At least 16 NPA guerrillas were killed on Monday in a major military tactical victory in Dolores, Eastern Samar. Air Force fighter planes and attack helicopter dropped bombs and delivered rockets at a suspected rebel training camp in Barangay Osmeya.
Based on this information, they also revealed that they are stockpiling weapons and other explosive devices that can be used for landmines. Several New People's Army, the initial fight, and then Joint Task Force form used close air support and close artillery support. And they overwhelmed the enemy to have a decisive encounter.
Another Army colonel told One News the presence of armed rebels came from the local community. The military sent drones to pinpoint the exact location of the rebel camp. There were 3 targets, and when the Army confirmed the location based on the hit signatures, the Air Force launched airstrikes. Ground troops followed, supported by artillery fire.
The operation is still ongoing. Close air support. Okay. So when you say close air support, there is a forward observer.
It could be the biggest military engagement this year. No military suffered, no losses, but killed 16 and recovered 29 high-powered firearms. There could be more casualties as troops are still on mopping up operations.
A decisive engagement is very important because it advances our campaign towards finishing the enemy.
The military operation began at 4 a.m. on Monday, but troops were still in the area as the rebels scampered in all directions when bombs dropped and artillery shells landed on their camp.
What I can assure you are our soldiers are safe, and they are high morale, and they will continue to pursue our enemy. Time to bring.
I am Stanley Gate, and we are One News.
We have to finish the interview.
And despite the ECQ in Metro Manila, more residents are given the chance to continue their work through the Bike for a Livelihood project. This time, the initiative reaches San Juan, benefiting 50 residents. Woman in Action Gretchen Hall gives us the details.
John of San Juan has always dreamed of having a bike. As an on-call mechanic, it will not only help him save money for transportation, but also help reach his customers much faster.
Minsan po, talagang commute po kasi mabigat yung dala ko. Pati nakapagod din po talaga maglakad.
And that dream is about to come true via the Bike for Livelihood project of the MVP Group and Team Woman in Action.
Maraming salamat po. Malaking tulong po ito para sa amin, lalo na sa akin. Yan po talagang God ko sa inyo lahat.
Bike for Livelihood also reached out to Aaron, a security guard in the city.
Sa panahon ngayon, mahal pa masay. Una sa lahat. Traffic, pandemic. Kaya itong bike, laking bagay ito sa hanap buhay.
John and Aaron are among the 50 beneficiaries of the Bike for Livelihood program in San Juan. The local government helped choose residents who are in dire need of the two-wheelers.
Na kanilang mapapakinabangan sa iba't ibang paraan, sa kanilang trabaho, sa kanilang kabuhayan, at syempre sa kanilang pagpapanatili ng malakas na pangangatawan.
Smart Communications also chipped in smart pocket Wi-Fis and mobile phones useful for online sellers like Luz and Emelita.
Kahit hindi kami mag-face-to-face, lalo na ngayon, pandemic, so talagang kailangan natin ng social distancing, ganon. So, way din po yon para ma-deliver ko sa kanila on time yung mga goods nila.
Magagamit ko po ito sa aking live selling ng aking plant online selling.
PLDT Smart Foundation President Esther Santos said it's their pleasure to give San Juan residents means of staying afloat during the pandemic.
We're very happy to support, aside from the bikes that we have given out. Also, dinagdagan natin ng other livelihood opportunities.
One Meralco Foundation, meanwhile, gave 226 educators frontliner kits. These customized backpacks include face masks, face shields, and hand sanitizers. Since its inception, the Bike for Livelihood program has been consistent in its mission to provide for our kapatids and uplift their spirits during these trying times. Gretchen Hall, We Are One News.
A quick look at some of today's headlines. President Duterte defends the Health Department from the recent COA report and says the 67.3 billion peso COVID-19 funds aren't missing. The Health Department puts the procurement of its alleged high-end laptops on hold after receiving backlash on social media. And Miss Cebu Province Steffi Abirasturi tops the Miss Universe Philippines Runway Challenge. And those are the top stories at this hour. Join us again later at 1 p.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Just register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News anytime, anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.